All right, this right here was the amazing day of my life. Well, it it was awesome to see a celebrity answer your question. Was highly of my day. I've been trying to get her to answer my question for a long time, but it didn't happen. But actually, and then it did. I was so thankful for her, man. That was like, wow, that's so awesome. So she is the new. Well, she had her music, which I like. She had a music in what was it? Um, it was in I forgot what it was, but it was. So this quote is by Becky G. Um, and she says, "Never let the negativity get to you. There are gonna be a lot of people you have to plow through, but as long as you believe in yourself, or plow." And that's what she says. But as long as you believe in yourself, that's all that matters. So when it comes to negativity, we all have that in our life. Us, the people that we surround ourselves by, and society. Because society as a whole like negativity for some reason, odd reason. But the problem is when you're negative, or when you see it like life is not working for you, or it's bad circumstances, or why it's always happening to me, is how you see things, right? And also your friends also negative too. They always complain and moan and whine. So what can you do? Well, that's up to you, isn't it? Like you get like unconsciously we let ourselves be affected by our friends, and we usually keep them most of the time, right? And we say, no, I wouldn't let them go because they're my friend. I don't really care if they're my friend or not. If they always complaining and talking like nonsense all the time, why would I associate myself with? Now, I'm not being mean. It's just that if you think about this, the people that you surround yourself has an energy to it, right? Now, meaning that if you think about this, if your friends always about negative and their life is not going anywhere, they will drag you down, right? They will pull you down to where they are. And if you're trying to do better, they don't want you to do better. They pull you down even farther because they're losing you, or they're losing a part of the feelings, because they're used to you being that type of person. But you aren't that type of person anymore. You change. People change, right? So they don't like it. So what happened is you're trying to be this new you, and that you're trying to figure and navigate all this um, stuff that you're trying to put in. Now, most people would put up the negativity. I wouldn't. Like if you complain, like that's done. Like I'm kicking you out because most. Okay, so I don't understand why people always complain on Facebook. Like, listen, don't complain, do something about it, and change your life. Because usually negativity or negative things too also shut you down for be able to think creatively, right? And negativity is not good, because if you have all so much negativity, you won't be able to be your best, or do your best, or do whatever you're here to do. Right? Your calling, your passion. Now, when it comes to believing in yourself, not many of us do believe in. Do you believe in you? Now, when it comes believing, it's when you believe in you, when you believe in the thing that you could do, that you could be able to push through all the noise of society, right? That society has this imagine this concept that you should be able to, you shouldn't do this because it's not in the ideas of society are wired. Because as a whole of society, they don't like it when someone go out of the imaginary box, if you will. Because most people are locked in the box, so you got to go out there to live a better life. Not out there, but the thinking, if you will. And don't let it get to you, because so many of us let the negativity, we beat ourselves most of the time. You shouldn't do that. You know that, because we are our own. worst critic, if you will. We always say that we're not good enough. We what was it? Like, I wish I was better looking or I was more prettier. So I believe that what can you do instead of focusing on the negative? What can you do to make you? Um, you gotta focus on the positive, but not also like I understand about the negative stuff, whatever problems. But what can you do? See, it's about what can you do instead of what you cannot do. Because we always have that, we always, you have, it's a way of thinking, right? And the people in your life, are you surrounding yourself with good people that will always support you no matter what? Like hard days, the hardship, not just the good time, and not the friends that are fakey or the say they'll support you but then they dropped out. I had a friend, and I'm not, I have a friend, and it was really amazing how she said she will support me, but she didn't. Now I'm not talking about, I'm talking about my old friend from boarding school. She said she would support me, but she didn't because I say something like she didn't disagree with. Now I do have my opinions, but those opinions aren't they're strong because the unconscious mind couldn't take it. You know why? Because it's how the ideas are in my mind now. Have you ever heard of Robert Kiyosaki? Well, Rich Dad Poor Dad, then you understand where I come from because it's about the ideas. Like most people hold on to the idea to their whole their dear life. They believe that as if it was true, but they never did the research R&D. I do. I do my R&D. I do my research and development, meaning I look behind the door of what it is, what it isn't. Now, these facts or these knowledge came from successful people or self-made people who already made it. Now, most people don't like it because it's disrupting their ideas or value they hold dear, and so many of them don't let them go. It's how they see the world, and we have a we have a free choice to think whatever we think, right? But to hold it, to hold that idea and think that it's real and never do your due diligence, that's not good, you know and you always think that that's not right. How you know that's not right? How you know that? And that's confirmation bias, ladies and gentlemen. Confirmation bias is you go seek information that's existing to your belief that you already like believe in, and it make you uncomfortable when you hear a new idea that doesn't really resonate with you. I hear, when I was re awoken to this notion that we are supposed we somehow like the world tricked us, and believing that this is how life's supposed to be. It's random, it's chaos, and we weren't given a manual how to live a life. Sure, we go to school, but school didn't give you a manual how to make your relationship better. School didn't give you a manual how to do, how to understand people. No, all they do is do the subject that doesn't really matter in real life. I mean, half of most of the people don't even remember history, or they do, but I mean, they don't. I mean, if you think about it, you're not gonna talk about like the information that's they put you in school. Like, think about it. Like, if you go out, if you think about logically, you don't really uh, see grades as important anymore if you're an adult. Of course, when you're a kid, you think it's important because you're trying to please your parents. But to say that life is important with grades, question the notion of society thinking. Now, those who are not new to me is this: I don't really like school. I All my life I hated school because I had a bad experience. But you might like it, but whatever. But to say that life is about going to school. Most people would go from elementary school to high school, and they don't never learn anything else. Sure, they can regurgitate facts and figures, but I really want you to understand that. Do you understand about um, selling? Well, not in a way of you're gonna sell. People look as if a salesman is a snake oil salesman. But without them, the economy wouldn't be growing because we need salesmen, right? But people don't think that. People think negative, all the time. Or what is he at? What's he up to? Stuff like that, right? So the people who you choose to hang out, you can choose. You can choose to kick them out. You can choose them to let them stay. But here's my question to you: are they there to really support you? You have a friend who really say they'll support you, but they don't. That you have another friend who's really supportive, and they support you. So here's my question to you: is that friend just want you to stay where you are and don't want you to change? That friend is being selfish. You know, that friend should always support you if they say that they. I mean, and you have like a history together. That's being selfish. You should let the person change. You can't. You can't just hold them back. But that's how people mind works. So you have to see who are, be in your life and who not. But that's me though. You're maybe different, and I'm not being mean or anything like that. Because you know what? I have friends that I thought they were my friend, and they say mean stuff. Like when I change, when I want to do my passion, my book reviews and do YouTube, but they were mean. And they say, oh, you should go to college or something. And it hurt me. I thought you were supposed to support me because you're my friend. And I'll support you, whatever you want to do, because I believe in you, but you don't believe in me. That hurt, man. That's hurt. So anyway, that's it for a rant, and I'll see you next time.